in the club. Tell me what's good. I'm trying to get these hoes single. This is my single. Alright, I'm back again. Gone for a minute, but never for too long. I'm in the club. I'm not in the club. Just in my apartment, in my little office, space. If you haven't already, for some reason, like the video. Today we're listening to some member music as well as taking some requests. If you have any, whatever. If we get like 5 of them tings, I will show you the big cat. We're running low on goal ideas. Regardless, happy to be back. Very, very happy to be here with you all. Check out your music. See what I've missed. I was out of town for a bit. Had one really good flight on the way to Massachusetts. Had one really awful, delayed 2 to 3 times flight on the way back. Delta, I hate you. What is the big cat? The big cat is exactly what it sounds like. It is literally an extremely large cat that has never made itself known on the show because they are too big and lazy. But in the event that we get a few requests, whatever, I'll show you the cat. It'll be hard. I'm pretty sure I can't lift her with one hand. Like Polly, very easy, scoop them up, no problem. But it's a large cat. This cat that we're talking about is around twice the weight of the black and white cat that you may have seen before. Anyways, it's Member Music Monday. It's Member Music Monday, so we have some member music to check out. Let's see who we have first on the docket. Like the video. Also, podcasts return today. Today. First track that we have on the docket. Oh yeah, my favorite day. It is in fact muesday. Would have loved to do this stream yesterday, but I just realized this track is called Bitchsectomy. We're starting off strong. The artist's name is Volpe. The track is called Bitchsectomy. It's Member Music Monday on a Tuesday. Let's give it a listen, see how we feel. Quick volume check. Glad you're here. You're listening to Derp Radio.
Body covers, so let me flip all of your pages. I know it's outrageous. I know your story and plot. I know for ages. And now that I know it's true.
Whoa.
I see through you. And that bullshit you've been spinning since the beginning.
Relatable.
I cut you out my life like a bitchsectomy.
Okay. Yo! Flow easy in the building. I owe you 5 push-ups. Off rip. this is an incredibly enjoyable track. Like, on other Volpe tracks, I feel like we've had a little bit of feedback about the post-production, about the way that it's mixed, but I feel like this one comes through very well. Oh, I love that drop there.
Can I see you tomorrow night? Sure. But don't you mean tonight? Tonight?
This feels like that Homer meme. Yeah, this is a banger. There's a lot of times where you get kind of like a slower mood switch, like little breakdown towards the end of the track. And a lot of times you're like, Jesus Christ, wrap it up. No, I feel like that actually added a bit to the track. That was Bitchectomy by Volpe. One of the better tracks that we've heard from Volpe. Very crispy beat switch. Also, if anybody happens to be listening passively and aren't looking at the screen, what's about to happen is I got to knock out 5 push-ups because somebody just became a member. So, bear with me. Don't look at my bottom. Hold on. Oh, it's been too long since I've done this live. Ooh. 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 You just heard every bone in my body crack. I'm sorry. I'm an old man now. I gotta remember to adjust the screen before I sit back down, because if I sit back down before I adjust the screen, then it's just pointed directly at my... Yo, so next track, the bar has been set high on a member music muesday. The bar has been set high. Let's see where we are at next. Thank you, Flow Easy, for becoming a member. Let's see what we got next. The Bird Watchers. You're listening to Derp Radio. Kigo the Wise. Everything's burning, everything's fine. I'm pretty sure that might just be a reference to that dog, where everything is it's that meme where that dog is sitting there and he's like, I'm fine, and everything is on fire around him. Everything's burning, everything's fine. It's Kigo the Wise. The track is unlisted, but we're listening to it publicly. Here we go. Very low key on the vocals. Let me know if it's just me. It's a nice and light sound, but I wonder if he's gonna come through some more. Oh my god, it's so sad. I'm okay, I'm alright. Everything's burning, everything's fine. I dig the writing on it. You're listening to Derp Radio. Nah, I literally, I was walking with intention through the kitchen earlier today. Light wasn't on. And just full on basically like kicked a footstool. It was metal. And I was like, everything's burning, but everything's fine. Needed this track then. I mean, this is honestly one of the sweeter Kigo the Wise tracks. I just feel like maybe it could have been tuned up a little higher compared to everything I've listened to today on this volume, even before this stream. It comes through a little low, but maybe there's still some work that can be done before it's out for the public. This is still unlisted, but if you like tracks like that, sounds like that, by all means check out Kigo the Wise on YouTube. Let's see who we have next on the docket. It is Member Music Muesday. If there is a, oh my God, it's Gareth Gorgeous. Gareth Gorgeous, where have you been? Where have you been? What are members? If there's a track that you would like to hear, member or not, we are taking requests. $10 a pop. We hit 5. You see the cat. By cat, I mean a literal, big, chunky cat. It'll be a whole ordeal. But in the meantime, let's take a look at I believe this is this is a beat from Cali. Member of the channel, 40 subscribers. It's a Kanye and Red Veil type beat. The title is Mother Said. Gareth Gorgeous, great to see you. If nothing else is going right in life, still got the derps here. We see you. Hope all is well. Godspeed. Cali produced this beat. It was released a day ago. Kanye and Red Veil type beat. It's titled Mother Said. Let's give it a listen. See what they up to. Oh! Yeah, this one slaps, brother. Look, if you're an artist, a rapper, in need of a beat, I know a person. They got their Gmail, they got their Insta, here's their YouTube. Plenty more like this. Young Gravy is such a funny pool. I had like a little phase like late 2022, early 2023 where I listened to a ton of Young Gravy. Still active making hits? I'm curious about that. I do know he does have this one track. Shout out Cali for this beat. Again, the kid does not miss. If you're interested in getting any beats, this is, in fact, the plug. Let me put y'all onto this one Young Gravy track that just moves me. This shit is hype. I don't know what to tell you. Not member made, just trying to put y'all on.
Bitch, I'm 21, but I still walk around with fake ID. Cuddle with the homies, want you stand by me. This dick ain't free, baby, pay my fee. Let me live my life, baby, say la vie.
Shit's hype. That's all I'm saying.
Told bitch I attack on Titan. Need to find VP like Biden.
All right, that's all you get. Young Gravy, not a member. Great track though. What's the album called? What was it? Something. It's Marvelous. Something like that. I don't know. That shit was fire. That's how I got introduced to Young Gravy. In the meantime, let's check out a track by the oh so talented, the highly consistent Odin Crimson. Oh my God! Yo, okay. I'm not trying to take credit for this. but it is what I asked for. Everything he did before and everything he does after, all him. But the last time we were here, I saw Odin Crimson had like 92 subscribers. I was like, get this man to 100. He has 100 subscribers. If you're listening to this, don't you dare unsubscribe. But Odin Crimson does, in fact, have 100 subscribers. He's a made man. Let's check out this track. It is untitled, unreleased, and it's unlisted. Damn. How did we get this? The track is untitled, unreleased, and it is literally unlisted. But not for us. Here we go. Odin Crimson. 1 minute and 6 seconds. You're listening to Derp Radio. A Derp collaboration. Kigo the Wise on the instrumental.
When I see better days, I've been praying for some light. I set everything ablaze, but that still won't make it right. Take a look around the way. Everybody here to spite. All this crazy shit today. Less than just to be outside. Till we get hit with the fire stick. Pick up the torches and ride stick. So like we taking a high stick. Hold up, what kind of drive stick? No rest for the wicked. Dog eat dog up your Second Amendment. Before you meet God, know that heaven and hell's for the living. Big balls grow a pair more like the Williams. Fuck fear and fuck your religion. Before my rigor mortis, I just wanna rock. Fairly odd, it's like I was born with this. Ozzy Oz, make sure you're recording this. I'm hanging on the east side, couple key guys. We got key knives, shoot a flea through a keyhole. Can you see now? Ain't nobody wiser than Odin and Kigo. Drum roll, please, 'cause we know.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna need a full version of that. That was crazy. That is not what I expected at all. It's untitled, it's unreleased, it's unlisted. It's Kigo the Wise from the Birdwatchers, Odin Crimson on the raps. I will be the first leg. Yeah. Pretty great. Truly. Odin Crimson, please go subscribe. A man of many bars. Untitled, unreleased, unlisted, undefeated, unstoppable. Love a good Derp collab. Derp tape is still coming at some point. Unlike Detox, it will actually release at some point. Where are we at with it? We have, oh boy, my favorite. It is a SoundCloud link. I never know what to expect. Probably going to get a ad for like a Honda or something. This is, sorry. DJ Dickhead Cushion Clouds. I said it. Here it is. We do a quick volume check. I don't know what to expect. Ramses? Lock in. Okay. I have zero emotions about this. This is the most low-key thing I've heard in weeks. It couldn't be any lower key. It's under the piano. If anybody wants it, you can have it for free. So charitable. If this is what it sounds like when you hit the kush, you should just stop smoking. It's not bad, it's just a little tired. Whole track sounds like an intro. But I'm not mad at it. I will say this, if this was like my morning alarm, you know how like no matter what alarm you have, you kind of grow to hate it because you associate it with, you know, having to like work and shit. If I woke up to this, I'd be like, you know what? It's gonna be all right. Let me just chill out. I'm okay with it. It's so mellow. Chano, young cat on the track. It's Member Music Muesday. Because we might be through with this soon, and we don't have any other requests to get through, I might just watch this video with y'all. Because apparently one of my favorite artists may or may not be getting canceled for some reason. And I'm kind of curious about it. And if y'all aren't doing shit, we might just watch it. I think Fantano put out a video about it. But in the meantime, we have, I believe, just one more track to get through. Stability. Snake. 1.47 thousand subscribers. Stability. Drum step, drum and bass. Sorry, Moombacore? Okay, signal error. Here we go. Lock in. Yeah, the Tyler thing. My favorite. My favorite's getting canceled. Oh, God. We'll see. I love how he has chapters about like when the song's gonna start. This feels like such a throwback. I remember hearing dubstep like this when I was way younger. Honestly, a vibe. I'm honestly really impressed by this. Snake, we got another one. Interstellar ping pong noises intensify. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. If you are interested in hearing more like this, it's Stability. They're verified on the tube. It's their official artist channel. Over 1,000 subscribers. Another banger. You love to see it. Let me double check the derps chord, make sure that we have covered all the tracks. And then, honestly, we got time. We're going to check out this Fantano video about Tyler, about my Tyler. What did he do? I'm pretty sure it's just old tweets. I feel like I'm not going to see anything surprising, but we might have to double check ourselves because, you know, we got time. Okay, it looks like those are all of the tracks for Member Music Monday. And you all might get to hear some of my raw thoughts on this Tyler, the Creator situation. Here we go. Here we go. Do you have time? I have time. The title is 9 hours ago. Buddy uploaded this 9 hours ago. It's 1:36 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'm at. Tyler, the Creator is getting canceled. Here's the thing. Okay. I feel like if you weren't active on Twitter, then you wouldn't even know that any of this is going on. And I feel like in a way that kind of speaks to, you know, whether this is something actually worth being upset about or not. I'm going to try to be fair about this because, you know, I'm the type of guy that has like really laid into people over tweets. But I'm like almost certain that whatever these tweets are, whatever behavior is being described was probably happening like during the Obama administration or something. Not to excuse them, but I feel like it's important to put it into context, you know? I don't know. Let's see what Melon's talking about. What did Tyler do this time? I feel like this happens every year or two. I'm gonna crank this up to time and a quarter speed.
Hey everyone, Kurthany Plunktano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and Tyler the Creator is getting canceled. Oh my god, oh no, not Tyler the Creator. He's my favorite man. What music am I gonna listen to? So yeah, just in case you guys have not been on the internet for the past 48 hours or so, Tyler the Creator fans have been having a bit of a rough time. Mostly because he is getting dragged left and right, not just for past statements and tweets that he's posted, lyrics that have turned up on older albums of his and his discography, that, tended to run much edgier than the records he drops these days. I mean, have you seen some of those, like...
Okay. This is an example of a lyric that I am aware of, but it's kind of from a time where, like, I wasn't listening to Tyler's music because I just simply didn't really enjoy it. And then he started making stuff that I do enjoy, and then I started to listen to it. But I think that a lot of the people that are probably upset about what Tyler was tweeting or saying in his lyrics simply didn't know that he was like that for years. But Anthony Fantano, similarly to me, has been aware of, Tyler the Creator's music and the content of it for some time.
Old Odd Future bars, they were kind of nuts. Anyway, it's very interesting to see a lot of this discourse unfold because clearly there are at least some Tyler the Creator fans today who are maybe newer to him and his catalog, and as a result, they're just not really fully aware of the things he used to say and the lyrics he used to write. Either that or they are now looking at that time period with more mature 2020 vision and thinking, hold on now.
2020 vision? 2020 vision. Cupid hit me in my vision. Sorry, I had to.
Wait a second. Now look, I'll say from my own personal experience as somebody who was an active music reviewer during this point in time, a lot of those older Odd Future and Tyler records, in my opinion, were like really not that good. Or in my opinion, they just like have aged horrendously. And on top of that, at the moment that Odd Future was like first blowing up and becoming the hot music medium.
Oh yeah, call me LQ. We literally have listened to all of the tracks.
A commodity that they were for a number of years, it was very, very, very difficult covering and talking about their stuff, even positively, frankly, because a lot of the time when I would talk about Tyler's or the collective's music, it often would come with like insane waves of hate and harassment, unlike the coverage I would do at the time for any other artist. And this goes beyond your average angry music fandom mob reaction. There were moments in like my YouTube back catalog where all these little Odd Future fans were literally throwing swastikas in my comments over the fact that they knew I was in.
Throwing swastikas in the... How? How do you leave a... Were there swastika emojis?
An interracial relationship, like shit was nuts. Put on top of that the sort of stuff...
Okay. Let's take a look at some of these tweets that are popping up. I still ain't shit, could totally become a failure, or like Wale tomorrow. Gotta stay focused and brainwash more people. Hold on. This is from 2011. 2011. I'm almost 30. In 2011, I was a freshman in high school. How old was Tyler the Creator in 2011? He was 20 years old. All right. Okay. Snake, by all means, go for it, dog. We got time. I really hate Wale, so the fact that he's right before us on that list makes me really bitchy and mad like this. Fuck, I hate Wale shit.
Tyler used to say about fellow musicians and artists on a regular basis on Twitter.
Okay, yeah. This is, again, this stuff is horrible. This is gross. He's 20 years old. It's not... I don't have a defense for this stuff. But the fact of the matter is, like, I just already knew that this happened. So it's kind of hard for me to get upset about it.
And all the non-stop headlines.
Tyler the Creator, I'm being banned from the UK. I'm being treated like a terrorist. I'm sorry. That might be something worth doing a podcast on. He got banned from the UK. That's crazy. It's kind of impressive.
About him constantly day in and day out. Like around the time Tyler really was like a scourge of the internet. However, that time is mostly gone. And these days when I cover Tyler's music or I see discourse around his music, the reaction is much more sensible. It seems like his fan base has done a lot of changing and maturing and growing. And when you actually look at the man's art, and I think this is, apparent to a lot of people, he has done a lot of changing and growing too. And it's interesting because I think that change and that growth is what has caused a lot of people, when they are going back and looking at his old stuff and maybe catching some of these old tweets.
All right. So I saw some people talking about these tweets in particular because I think that this stemmed from Tyler, the Creator, saw D'Angelo, a very prominent artist that recently passed tragically. And he was kind of making a tribute to him, saying that he inspired a lot of Tyler's feelings on music and how he created his music. And when Tyler posted this tribute to him, whether it be on his Instagram or on his Twitter, a lot of people in the comments were like being weird and just being like, where's the next album or whatever, right? They just weren't being sensitive to the situation. Some people were, some people won't, but that's just the internet, right? And Tyler, the Creator, I'm pretty sure he liked a tweet where, again, we're like in the weeds here, where this drama, this circumstance is stemming from, a guy liking tweets. But basically people are like, Tyler, the Creator claims to be super pro-black now, but he used to tweet things like, for example, this. Now, I think it's important to actually look at these tweets and, talk about them so we can actually determine, like, how truly harmful and devastating they are. Shout out to Snake. We will absolutely check out this track. Thank you for this. Appreciate you, truly. Tyler, the Creator, said in a tweet in 2014, so to be fair, this is over a decade ago, I hate Black History Month. Why the fuck do you have to fucking separate niggas still? Oh, it's paying homage to our heroes. Fuck that. Now, do we think that Tyler, the Creator, is saying that we should not pay homage to black people and their accomplishments? Or do we think that he's just like repeating some whack-ass talking point that I'm pretty sure Morgan Freeman said at one point? Hold on. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm not talking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it was Morgan Freeman that once said, like, you're going to relegate my history to a month. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. Like, he's not putting it in the most succinct way, but I feel like using that against him to be like he doesn't like black people is kind of weird. And then and black people are currently mad right now, but in 2 weeks we'll be over it because they really don't care. Cool hashtag, right? I'm pretty sure he was referring to, I think there was something going on. I think that was around the time the Ferguson incident happened, those riots. And if we're talking 2014, he was 20, so he's like around 23, 24. I think it's a really normal opinion for a black person to have, to see people collectively outraged about something, even if it is like valid outrage, like they should be upset about it, especially when it's something like police brutality. But Tyler, the Creator, is one of those people that was like, this is just one of those hashtag things, which is stupid. But like, I don't really know what we're expected to feel about this 11 years later. But who am I? I'm just a black person.
He posted back in 2012, 13, 14, it's causing them to just be straight up shocked because they're thinking like, whoa, this is my favorite artist. This is one of my favorites right here saying this. This does not align with my perception of the person I am such a big fan of now. And I will admit, even as someone who has been covering Tyler and his music for a long time, there are some images and pieces of information like coming to light that I wasn't even aware of because even though I was aware of Odd Future, I wasn't like in the Odd Future trenches like a fan. So to be honest, I was not, stumbling across photos of Tyler in what seems like
Resurface social media post contra KKK hood, apparent Nazi salute, and more. Yeah, he was on video doing some wild shit, but I think it was all in service of trying to be shocking. I think that there is a difference between somebody putting out a message that they want to be thought provoking, as opposed to somebody that is literally trying to just be shocking. So, like, for example, Kanye West in 2024 and 2025 put out hateful messaging, and it wasn't under the guise of anything. He wasn't, just doing album rollout. Bully never even came out. And these are beliefs that Kanye West seemed to have for a long time. Also, I think that this is important. How long does someone have to take accountability for something they've done in the past? What are the variables if it varies? What's the timeline? Not just about Tyler. Yeah, it does kind of also beg the question, like, what exactly can Tyler do besides be like, I'm sorry, that shit was cringe. I was trying to get attention online, and I don't know what these people want. Honestly, I don't think they really want anything.
Ku Klux Klan robes. And for a lot of people stumbling across this discourse and sort of like, adding to this the fact that there were some offensive images that were incorporated in, early Odd Future merch and stuff like that. It's like all sending a very strange message at certain angles, not because the reappropriation and recontextualization of offensive symbols is wrong or inherently bad for an artist to do, but it's clear the implementation here actually lacks the satirization and the context that would actually educate people on these symbols in a way that actually communicates their history and their impact and their significance instead of potentially desensitizing people to them. I'm not here to say who should and should not be offended by any of this, especially as a white person. Let's rewind for a second, though, because seemingly a lot of this discourse is...
Yeah, I also do want to make it clear, not that anybody has cared to ask or has asked, but like, when... Like, I feel that everybody should have a line, and everybody's line is different. And if you find anything that any artist or any creator or whatever talent has done, if you find their personal behavior to be offensive to the point where you don't support them anymore, I feel like that is a personal choice, But I just find it really hard to believe that there are actually people that are fans of Tyler, the Creator, that were a fan of him like a week or two ago, and then found out about these tweets, about these images, about these lyrics, and were like, first of all, I had no idea that he was ever that type of person, but also actually expect him to really do anything now to address it, when it seems like he already has in some of his like most recent music, like literally in Chromacopia, he's talking about people digging up his old tweets. In Call Me If You Get Lost, I'm pretty sure in Manifesto, he's talking about people digging up his old tweets, or people like, you need to say something. You need to say something about black. And then, he seems like highly aware of it. And I feel like anybody expecting him to do anything now is just kind of ridiculous. But also, I think that people are trying to like paint him as a hypocrite. He wants to be pro-black, but he said these things 10 years ago, so we don't want to hear it from you. But it also begs the question, do we want people to be better? I think I saw a comment or a tweet where somebody was like, this is kind of like Kanye in reverse. Like, Kanye was like kind of mild-mannered, and then, he would just drop little nuggets of crazy here and there, and then he went full on, I'm a billionaire, I can do whatever I want. He's getting older and getting less wise, it seems. Tyler, the Creator, is doing what I thought was like the right thing. And people were like upset at him for it. He can't go back in time. What more do you want?
Over a tweet, it appears, not a tweet Tyler twote or retwote, but liked. And it says, Tyler's fan base hates black music despite Tyler himself having a very deep love and appreciation for it. The dude has Charlie Wilson, Erykah Badu, DJ Drama, etc. collaborations, and they still refused.
This is also like an overgeneralization. Tyler's fan base hates black music.
to engage with black art on any meaningful level very cannibalistic. And again, Tyler liked this tweet, presuming that he must have, felt this person was saying something valid, voicing a valid criticism. And the responses to this like were not great, because it caused a lot of people to recall, well, aren't things with your fan base that way because you're not really like, challenging them and maybe instead making them feel comfortable with certain biases around race through comments you have either made in your music or in interviews in the past. And going back to some of these interviews and tweets, some of which at the time I did my best to avoid because, again, I'm sure a lot of older people will recall, but I will say personally, as somebody who had to cover Tyler's music and stuff on a regular basis, this 2012 to like 2014 period was just constant Tyler Odd Future inundation. And it was just so dense that you really could be like fucking consuming Odd Future related content all day. And yeah, again, many of them have not aged well and honestly weren't really a good look at the time, but I feel like one of the only reasons Tyler skated by was because, again, he was so young when he was saying a lot of this stuff, and people chalked a lot of his behavior up to just kind of acting out and misbehaving and just like not really knowing how to conduct himself in the limelight. That's kind of the thing. I feel like we need to at least a little bit appreciate the fact that Tyler's career and his position on the music scene is just so amazingly unique, because not only did he blow up so young, but he did so in such a way to where it's clear he had so little in terms of any sort of filter or control or curation being put over him, preventing him from like, stepping on these figurative rakes over and over and over. Instead of playing it careful and thoughtful, these offensive elements of his personality and his worldview were instead just like made his brand. And yeah, again, like it wasn't great. And again, my feelings on much of this is echoed in my reviews of his work at the time, because, who is a Tyler without the context around Tyler? With that being said, though, with this,
I do feel like it's kind of more difficult to appreciate the growth of an artist like Tyler if he wasn't at some point like engaging in shitty behavior. So I feel like that's kind of part of the reason why Tyler would grow into becoming my favorite artist, is because I was aware of the fact that like he was doing this shit and I wanted nothing to do with it. But the best thing that you can do is try and grow and create better art. And I don't know what more we expect from people. I'm shocked that he was able to extend this out to a 13-minute dialogue, to be fair.
Discourse kind of dying down a little bit now over the weekend. The question is like, where do we go forward from here?
Where do we go forward from here?
Because again, clearly a lot of people are kind of like shocked and looking at Tyler a different way now that they are kind of like, seeing a lot of this stuff for the first time. And I'll remind people once more, like, I'm not here to say who can and can't be offended at any of this, or, make whatever choice they want to make in terms of whether or not they continue to engage with what Tyler does from here. But it is still clear as fucking day that this man, the man that we see today, the man who just, dropped Don't Tap the Glass, that is so very clearly a different man.
Appreciate you, Vern. Hope you have a solid day at work.
That we knew when this guy was dropping Goblin. Like, not a completely different person, but for sure a very different person. I want to stress, though, not a perfect person, not the best person in the world, not like, morally speaking, a perfect fucking angel, because I feel like that's an unreasonable standard that we shouldn't be holding anybody to, but clearly still a different person who has done a lot of growing and changing over that 10+ year period. Like, if Tyler's perspective hadn't actually changed on a lot of these issues that he was, talking about in tweets, interviews, so on and so forth, I don't think he would be liking a tweet like this in 2025. So while I think it would be destructive and a waste to basically interact with Tyler and treat him as if he is the exact same person today who said these things just like 5 minutes ago, and I don't think, people need to be banging down his door, begging for him to just like, apologize and grovel on his knees for all of it.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how certain people expect him to do that, but I think that's honestly just like the nature of the mid-2020s. If people were mad at you on Twitter, then people expect you to address it. And I really, really hope, and I'm very confident that Tyler is this type of person, I really hope that he doesn't go out of his way to address anything that's going on right now. If you go to any of his most recent tweets, there's a lot of like pictures of just elephants with a caption that says like address or something, which I think is pretty funny. But like, there is literally nothing to gain from coming out and being like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Like, it's just useless. It's useless.
If the picture this tweet Tyler has liked here is a perspective he agrees with, sees truth in, personally, I think he should take it upon himself, or, just enact a bit of responsibility here in terms of maybe going the extra mile to challenge and engage your fans in such a way to where they are kind of reaching outside of their comfort zones. Look, I'll say in my own experience, it can be difficult, leading a horse to water and getting them to drink, because my entire job is recommending things, getting people to check things out. Yeah, and a lot of that stuff is like very conceptual music, very experimental music, music that has deep roots in Black history. And yeah, unfortunately, the people who watch me, they don't always take the hint as much as I would like them to. But still, you could at least try, and I don't see Tyler doing a whole lot of trying on that front.
Jesus Christ. Just let the man make music. I would just feel a lot more strongly about any of this if I was shown literally anything that happened in the past 10 years. I just can't bring myself to really care. I'm going to be honest. It's just not really moving me. What are the comments saying? Let me see. Getting off Twitter removes 90% of this bullcrap from your life. Can't recommend it enough. Yeah, if you weren't on Twitter or you didn't check out this video, you literally wouldn't even know that anything was happening. You'd just be listening to the music. Tyler's fans not liking Black music is accurate. I was at Soundset like 7 years back, and they booed Erykah Badu waiting for Tyler to come, and this was like Flower Boy era. That's insane. I do feel... yeah, here it is. Tyler's career is Kanye in reverse. I've realized that if you haven't been on the internet recently, always specifically means Twitter. I hope Tyler and the creator could work this out. Yeah. Yeah. Tyler's line, how can cyberbullying be real? Like, haha, turn off the screen. Like, haha, close your eyes. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. Let me check. Hold on. Pretty sure Tyler has just gotten off Twitter for a couple of days, which is probably the best thing that you can do. Shout out Fantano for, spreading the word that people are upset about things that happened over a decade ago. And just to be clear, I don't have this blanket feeling that if it happened over a certain amount of years ago, then it's completely irrelevant. I think what's important to remember is that there are certain artists, certain human beings that are doing actual real world harm, putting people in danger, or actually physically harming people. Playboi Carti is physically harming people. Drake did kiss a child on the mouth. Just because that happened a while ago doesn't mean that didn't literally happen. Oh, the girl doesn't care. That doesn't really matter. When Kanye was going through his phase, he was actually trying to have his children around dangerous individuals. There are people out here that are actually doing bad. There are people actually out here breaking the law. And this isn't a whataboutism thing. It's more of just a needing to understand the difference. We're talking about tweets and we're talking about lyrics. And if you think they're bad, then don't fucking listen to the guy. But I just can't get up in arms about it. I can't. Let's check out this track from Stability. Thanks for hanging out. In case you all were curious about what's going on with Tyler the Creator, the TLDR is nothing new. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness, it's 8 minutes. Hold on. Oh, is this sped up? Oh, it's normal. This is just the actual speed of it. All right, this track is 8 minutes and 41 seconds. If you have anything you'd like to request, you have about that much time. before we wrap up the stream. I am ready for a journey. You've been listening to Member Music Muesday, brought to you by Derp Radio. I'm sorry. I am looking at some of the tweets that were dug up, and they are insane. Oh, Pushing Daisy's outro? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, I do want to draw you all's attention to this. Am I sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I don't care. Look at this. Some of these, I found two particular Tyler tweets that I would probably like open up an episode with. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up doing it or not, but I just want to show this to you all. We'll finish this track. Look at this. This is crazy. I got you, Kat. What is this? R. Kelly. I can't even say it. R. Kelly peed on a fucking child and got away with it. That is the most swagged out shit I've ever heard in my life. Why? Why? You can. It's like so easy to delete it too. How much garbage do you have to tweet for you to be like, it's not even worth my time to go back and delete it? I think it's kind of interesting when people are like, oh my God, they're going back and deleting tweets. Oh, that's so bad. No, it's not. Delete the tweet. You should actually delete it. Now, again, context. He was 20 years old, but you know, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The Boondocks was also out at the time, and they were also kind of making a joke out of it. Like, look at this. Now this, this one is just kind of wild. Dude, at I am Diddy, thanks for being a successful black businessman, paving the way for niggas like me. Like me, stay out of trouble. That one's not as that was not as cancelable as it is just awkward. That's where I kind of land with a lot of the Tyler tweets. They just, in retrospect, look particularly sus. What are we doing? What are we saying? What are we talking about? Anyways, this track's called Whatever. No, because it comes off as if he already knew he was cooked. Stay out of trouble. straight rager. I'm just looking at the lyrics of Lucky Charms just to see how awful they are. Track we're gonna check out before we close out. Oh dear. Listening to Derp Radio. Am I gonna work derp into my child's middle name? Cross that bridge when we get there. I feel like Tron Cat's worse. No. No, Tron Cat's actually worse than Lucky Charms. Stability, who is the inspiration for this? I don't think I'm going to guess it. Listen to more from the house playlist if you are in to more house, more glitch pop, more dubstep, more electro, more stability. Check out their channel. You know what's crazy? As soon as I read it, now I hear it. Yeah, it seemed too obvious. All right. Mr. Cat himself donated, and he said I could check out Lucky Charms by Tyler the Creator or Tron Cat. I have poured over the lyrics myself, And I have determined that Lucky Charms is somehow the slightly safer option, in my humble opinion. I don't think I've actually heard this track before. This was probably made far before I started taking Tyler, the Creator, seriously. Let's see if this is worth getting canceled over. It's Lucky Charms by Tyler, the Creator.
So many good reviews off a bastard. I celebrated getting masturbated by my pastor. Now he's in a plastic on the kitchen table near a bowl of Lucky Charms and the newest Thrasher. When I say Wolfgang, you say fuck that. Room full of wolves and halos and used blunt raps. Fingers in the middle of bitches, bodacious butt cracks. Enough fucking atheist rappers to get a nun slapped. That's not a potato. Give me my gun back before I blast. Bigger than pimples on big puns back. Black fat bitches was washing all my dishes and using my large stick on their lips like my cum's chapped. I love Jews, but I hate faggots and bitches who be nagging about me taking the trash out.
I feel like Tyler, the Creator is like literally the textbook go-to when it's like, who is gonna say the most homophobic shit? Oh, it's the person that's secretly gay. I feel like Tyler, the Creator was a really big part of that movement, of that notion.
I got a fucking can of whoop ass. Who wants to pack it? Going ape shit in the newest babe straight jacket with 6 sticks of chapstick sticking to my black lips. 6 sippy cups full of sick shit enhancements. Wolfgang spit right. Ain't been this much fucking crack rock music since Freeway had a flip side. So get low, lower than a ditch. I'm with some retarded bitch, hoping she know how to kiss slow. They know I'm the clinic's AIDS and I'm sick, so they clap for me, kinda like a herpes on the lip with some tutor bitch.
This is horrible. This is awful.
Tryna tickle with her cooter, this bitch acting like I still do not know what to do with it. Until I put this cock on the end of clitoris. Fucking this game, I use this shit as spit as lubricant. So, who you with? I got this fucking gun, you better say yes, you stupid bitch. Before you lose your wrists and Richard make you choose some dick, I'm fucking crazy. Well, I guess I am if these shoes will fit.
There's like a very small subsection of people that believe that Tyler, the Creator coming out was part of his rebranding and he might not even actually really be gay, which I always found to be kind of an absurd idea, but the sheer amount of truly intolerable music that he was making at the expense of Rainbow Gang might have you think otherwise, but trust me, that brother's gay.
Fuck the Key Club, they wanna ban him. I got
Beat is dope, by the way. I wish he didn't completely abandon this style of beat making.
fucking fans from Compton to Montana to Indiana with Dev Dorf still don't understand him because yelling at midgets is like me beefing with Brandon. Stump him out with these crab ass Nikes, make it look like some slob scribbled all on his white tee. Invite me, come on, you got a better chance to get in shake. My dad and Earl's motherfucking mama to like me. Animals is farming you. Patrick, this is Barnacles. Said he gave Ace a sponge job at the carnivals, and SpongeBob got his head knocked from the fist that Ace got. Niggas soft as baby cock in a cotton swab.
Okay.
It's that fuck music, but you shouldn't fuck to it. Shouldn't give one when you bumping in the trunk to it. Grab a couple gats, stuff them in the backpack, and take them to school for show and tell day, screaming fuck student. Locate the bitch that didn't want to give you kiss, and get her tits to use your fist to add a couple lumps to it. Shoot the faculty for taking hats. You stupid but skip the music teacher and the janitor you real cool with. Continue this procedure until lunch is through with. Go home out the back like a scared student. Keep a low pro until you on your.
We had to get a lot of degenerate nonsense before we got the artists that we have today, you know? Can't appreciate the sunshine without the rain type vibe from Mr. the Creator.
Block and then you just make it home in time for the new news brief at 2-ish. Stuck at all this Bible study. Shit is not fun. Me and Wolfgang go jump nuns for hot fun. Playing with the bell when
Jump nuns for hot fun.
shots heard from cops come, but I'm still punching this bitch out. I'm not done. Sitting in my room masturbating. Truthful, these lyrics are relating like my dad did. I make music for teenagers and badass kids. Bastard touch more boys than your local church did. killing these niggas off quick. Don't believe me? Then watch me empty out a full clip. Trigger being pulled, niggers in a ditch. That wasn't bullets, that was copies of bastard, you bitch.
The kid has problems, okay? He had problems. New Magic Wand is his 10 out of 10 track. Anyways, yeah. Member music, muesday, with a little bit of commentary around the Tyler canceling of the year. I'm sure we'll be having another conversation about this the next time Tyler does something that people find to be hypocritical or they don't like. But, you know, y'all are going to have to hit me with something a little more recent and a little more like not online for me to really take it super, super seriously. But yeah, that's all I have for you all today. Thank you all for tapping in. Snake, thank you for donating. Cat, thank you for your recommendation. Really, really, really shone a light on, you know, what once was. Love you, mean it, spread the bread. New podcast dropping soon. Wing Wong Wednesday. Tomorrow, enjoy the outro. It's by Odin Crimson.
Start the playlist, skip it. Hold up, this my favorite. Fuck what you say now, all in syncopation. Burning echinacea, we all pushing daisies. Fuck what you say now, I'm impatient. Everything a nigga want, you know I have to take it. Everything a nigga done, you know it's a creation. Shadow wax and run with that, you know, for recreation. Fuck what you say now. Waking up another day, maybe I can do 180 straight out to the races. Crashing out, baby, drive me crazy, but I'm on the way. Paper route, do this on a daily. Feet stay on the pavement, I gotta deliver. Get it in time or you with the pics of fly for I forgive you. Nowadays you gotta sign your life away for politicking. Got a product, we can fix it with a party or a biscuit or a shoddy or religion. That's the American system. Take a picture, start the playlist, skip it. Hold up, this my favorite. Fuck what you say now, all in syncopation. Burning echinacea, we all pushing daisies. Fuck what you say now, I'm impatient. Everything a nigga want, you know I have to take it. Everything a nigga done, you know it's a creation. Shadow wax and run with that, you know, for recreation. Fuck what you say now. Since I was a baby,